The film commences by introducing young Abraham Lincoln, residing with his family in America under the oppressive weight of an insurmountable debt. Their oppressor, the callous and merciless Jack, coerces Lincoln's parents into servitude to settle their financial burden. Jack's heartlessness knows no bounds. Initially, he subjugates black Americans, exploiting them before dispatching them to his master, Adam. Tensions escalate when Lincoln's father, outraged by his associates' brutality towards Lincoln and a friend, confronts Jack. This confrontation results in the abrupt termination of Lincoln's father's employment, accompanied by a chilling ultimatum to clear the debt swiftly. Refusing to yield to Jack's demands due to the unjust treatment, Lincoln's father faces escalating threats. However, a turning point arrives on a foreboding night when young Lincoln catches a glimpse of Jack hovering near his sleeping mother. A sense of foreboding lingers as Lincoln witnesses an unsettling encounter, observing Jack's malevolent presence before he inexplicably disappears into the darkness. The repercussions of that night manifest swiftly. Lincoln's mother's health spirals downwards rapidly, leaving physicians baffled by her inexplicable decline. Her breathing becomes labored, and her once vibrant health deteriorates, with the incident involving Jack appearing to have a profoundly detrimental effect on her well-being, casting a pall of uncertainty and despair over their household. The revelation strikes Lincoln's father with devastating clarity. Jack had poisoned his wife to exact revenge. Enraged and consumed by a desire for retribution, young Lincoln confronts Jack, intent on vengeance. However, his father intervenes, urging restraint and cautioning against taking drastic measures. Years pass, and Lincoln's father, too, passes away. Now a grown man burdened by his mother's unresolved demise, Lincoln sets his sights on avenging her death by targeting Jack. His resolve solidified, Lincoln embarks on a mission to confront the source of his family's tragedy. Arriving at Jack's location, Lincoln doesn't hesitate, aiming his gun at Jack. Shockingly, the bullets fail to harm Jack, leaving him unscathed. Jack's visage transforms into a ghastly sight, signaling an unearthly presence. Before Lincoln can react, Jack launches an attack, revealing his true identity as a vampire, poised to end Lincoln's life by turning him into one of his own. In a moment of desperation, just as Jack is about to claim Lincoln, a mysterious figure intervenes, saving him from certain doom. This savior introduces himself as Henry, a seasoned vampire hunter. Taking Lincoln under his wing, Henry reveals the harsh reality that vampires exist beyond the realms of fiction. Guided by Henry, Lincoln learns about the existence of these supernatural beings and the art of vampire hunting. Henry's revelations shatter Lincoln's perception of the world, thrusting him into a realm where myth and reality intertwine, fueling his determination to confront the darkness that claimed his mother's life. Henry extends an offer to Lincoln to train him as a proficient vampire hunter. With conviction, Henry promises to equip Lincoln with the skills needed to confront creatures like Jack and other vampires. Overwhelmed by the desire for vengeance against Jack for his mother's tragic demise, Lincoln agrees to Henry's proposal, embracing the role of a vampire hunter. During training sessions, Henry imparts crucial knowledge about vampires to Lincoln. He educates him on the cryptic nature of these beings. Vampires remain invisible in mirrors, and their ultimate weakness lies in silver, a potent element that can effectively neutralize them. Henry also divulges information about the vampire leader, Adam, and his sister, recounting how they initiated the conversion of Americans into vampires. The siblings' ambitious scheme unfolds. They aim to expand their dominion beyond the southern states, seeking to subjugate the entire nation with their vampire army. Realizing the impending threat to humanity posed by the growing vampire population, Henry stresses the importance of eradicating these creatures to ensure the safety of all. Once Lincoln completes rigorous training, Henry dispatches him to a bustling city. There, Lincoln strikes a friendship with a kind-hearted shopkeeper who offers him shelter, providing a safe haven for Lincoln in the midst of his quest for justice against the sinister forces of the vampire world. Lincoln immersed himself in his dual life, working diligently at the shop by day and dedicating his nights to hunting vampires. Amidst this relentless pursuit, he crossed paths with a captivating girl named Mary, their bond blossoming swiftly into something profound. Their shared moments grew sweeter, love germinating between them in the midst of the looming threat of the vampires. As time ambled by, a surprising encounter unfolded when Henry himself paid Lincoln a visit. The meeting held a peculiar gift, a silver pocket watch from Henry, accompanied by unsettling news. Jack, the menacing vampire, had caught wind of Lincoln's connection with Mary, placing her life in imminent danger. Faced with the looming threat, Henry authorized Lincoln to neutralize Jack to safeguard Mary's existence. Armed with resolve, Lincoln embarked on a mission to confront Jack. The confrontation escalated into a brutal skirmish, culminating in Lincoln's triumph as he succeeded in vanquishing Jack. However, in his dying breaths, Jack unveiled a startling truth, a revelation that shattered Lincoln's perceptions. Jack disclosed the enigmatic nature of Henry, exposing him as a vampire himself. Astonished and bewildered, Lincoln grappled with the realization that his mentor, Henry, was not merely a mortal but a creature of the night. Henry, in a candid moment of confession, recounted the fateful event when Adam, the vampire master, had inflicted him and his wife with the vampiric curse. The revelation left Lincoln in a whirlwind of conflicting emotions. Henry's secret identity cast a shadow over their relationship, blurring the lines between trust and deception. Uncertain of what lay ahead, Lincoln found himself grappling with the newfound knowledge, reevaluating his allegiance and grappling with the complexities of his mission to eradicate the vampire threat. The truth had unraveled a tapestry of deceit, leaving Lincoln standing at the precipice of a profound and bewildering revelation. As Henry recounted his tragic transformation into a vampire, his wife's demise lingered as a somber backdrop to his immortal existence. The revelation brought forth a chilling truth: vampires couldn't annihilate their own kind, condemned to an eternity of immortality. Henry, in a desperate attempt to combat this predicament, trained mortal beings as vampire hunters, placing his hope in their ability to vanquish Adam, the menacing vampire lord behind the terrorizing reign. Lincoln, burdened with the weight of this newfound knowledge, found his resolve wavering. The immutable nature of vampires shattered his hopes of avenging his mother's death. Disheartened and disillusioned, he contemplated abandoning his quest as a vampire hunter. However, Adam, the astute vampire master, uncovered crucial evidence: a silver pocket watch in the clutches of the deceased Jack, signaling Lincoln's identity as the elusive vampire hunter. Adam, cunning and malevolent, devised a plan, kidnapping Lincoln's dear friend to lure him into his clutches. The impending threat pushed Lincoln back into the fray, racing to rescue his friend. Adam's hideous deeds unfolded as he and his vampire horde feasted on innocent lives, igniting a fervor within Lincoln to bring down the monstrous reign of terror. In a daring attempt to save his friend, Lincoln plunged into the heart of Adam's lair, battling ferociously against the vampire horde. Yet, Adam's superior strength overpowered Lincoln, leading to his capture. Adam, offering an alliance to Lincoln, sought to coerce him into joining forces against Henry's team. But Lincoln adamantly refused, prompting Adam to threaten his friend's life. The valiant intervention of the shopkeeper, risking his own safety, enabled Lincoln and his friends escape from Adam's clutches. In the aftermath of this harrowing encounter, Lincoln found solace in the embrace of his beloved, eventually sealing their love in marriage. As life pressed forward, Lincoln, fueled by his experiences, transitioned into the political sphere, channeling his fervor and determination into a new avenue of change and influence. The trials of battling vampires had instilled in him a resilience and sense of purpose that transcended his past, propelling him toward a future defined by strength and resilience. In the wake of Lincoln's ascent to power, his steadfast resolve against slavery intensified. As he assumed the presidency and settled in the White House, the looming Civil War divided the nation between the southern and northern states. Lincoln's unequivocal decree for the emancipation of all slaves sparked conflict, setting the stage for a tumultuous struggle. Tragedy struck when Adam's vampire sister viciously targeted Lincoln's son, resulting in the young boy's untimely demise. This heartbreaking loss shattered Lincoln's family, plunging his wife into inconsolable grief, further exacerbated by her misplaced blame upon Lincoln for their son's death. With tensions escalating, Adam unleashed his vampire army, wreaking havoc and claiming the lives of soldiers. In a moment of clarity, Lincoln recalled the vampire's vulnerability to silver, prompting him to mobilize the nation in a unified effort to gather silver for weapons. However, betrayal tainted Lincoln's plans when a deceitful shopkeeper divulged critical information to Adam, jeopardizing the delivery of silver weapons to the soldiers by train. As night fell, Adam, driven by vengeance, set forth to confront Lincoln, aiming to thwart the weapons' transportation. The stage was set for a harrowing confrontation between the two adversaries, their clash symbolizing the battle between good and evil. Amidst the looming threat, Lincoln's strategic prowess and resilience were put to the ultimate test as he braced for a confrontation that would determine the fate of the nation. Amidst the looming threat of the silver weapons not reaching the USA military, the potential for America's defeat and vampire rule became palpable. Adam and his cohorts intercepted Lincoln's wife en route, their urgency palpable as they aimed not to miss the crucial train. Adam proceeded ahead, leaving Lincoln's wife behind, while he and his vampire army launched an assault on the train. However, a pivotal revelation emerged. Henry disclosed the shopkeeper's betrayal, exposing Lincoln's strategic deceit to redirect Adams' focus. This revelation aimed to ensure the timely delivery of the weapons to the USA military, thus diverting Adams' attention and presenting an opportunity to eliminate him. In a dramatic confrontation, Lincoln and his friend engaged in combat with Adam and his vampire army, systematically neutralizing vampires. In the chaos, Adam forcibly ejected Lincoln's friend from the train, attempting to sink his fangs into Lincoln himself. Meanwhile, an intense skirmish ensued between Henry and Adam, escalating further as Adam's sister set a bridge ablaze, poised for collapse. Aware of the absence of silver in the train, Adam reacted aggressively, attacking the shopkeeper. In a decisive moment, Lincoln deployed his silver pocket watch, ultimately ending Adam's tyrannical reign. Prior to the train's destruction, Lincoln and his friend, aided by Henry, managed a narrow escape. Elsewhere, Lincoln's wife and an African slave, instrumental in dispatching the silver weapons through a tunnel, confronted Adam's vampire sister, prompting Lincoln's wife to swiftly dispatch her using her son's silver chain. The USA military's timely arrival, armed with the silver weapons, proved pivotal in annihilating the vampire army and securing victory for the nation. Amidst the aftermath, Henry proposed vampirism to Lincoln, offering immortality and the opportunity to continue the fight against any remaining vampires. However, steadfast in his beliefs, Lincoln declined the offer, choosing mortality over the eternal life of a vampire. The story concluded with Henry seeking out a potential vampire hunter, echoing his prior counsel, marking the poignant end of the tale. The movie ends with deep lessons to understand, a blend of history and fantasy that takes us on a wild ride through the untold story of one of America's most iconic figures. What did you think of the conclusion? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe for more movie discussions. Until next time,